Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Crazy day in this country, crazy day in the economy. 6.6 million Americans filed for unemployment. In the week prior to that, 3.1. 9.7 million Americans in 2 weeks filed for unemployment. And we can expect that, what I understand, by the end of the month it'll be maybe 40 million. We're probably about 10% unemployment at this time. We were 3.7% not a couple weeks ago. It's really a crazy time. Today in Florida, the governor Ron DeSantis said we have to work from home if you're in Florida. When we're going to work, all non-essential jobs are required to stop working as of tomorrow. And this means a lot of companies like Cardone Enterprises, Cardone Capital has a problem. I figure today or tomorrow he's going to lay off at least another 50% of his staff. He's got no option. Because also, these states like Florida, New Jersey, New York, California, and many more, 39 states, are now letting people not pay their rent for up to 90 days. And this is a great effect on companies like Grant Cardone because his margins are so slim. He's so leveraged out. Some people say he's 85%, he's 95%. I believe he's 75% because he said it, that he needs at least 75% occupancy to stay above water. And I believe that's true because all his properties are 2 mortgages. And what people don't realize when they sign the paperwork is that Grant can borrow against all these properties. Either a loan or a credit line. And he does. And it's nothing illegal. That's how you do it in real estate. There's nothing wrong with that. You take money, you use that money as a down payment on other properties. And that's what he's been doing. He's been rolling it. So all his properties have been over leveraged so he can buy more properties. And that's the standard operating procedure. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how it goes. But it's all good until it's bad. And when it's bad, because now the problem is people don't have to pay rent. There's a slim margin that he operates by, and that's the real problem. Because 75% of every dollar has to go pay for operations. Doesn't leave much left at the end of the day. You've got to pay for other things. There's nothing left around. So when that margin drops, so you can expect, he's got 25 properties listed, I think, on his website. So you got to figure 25% to 30% of those properties are going to go underwater. People are just not going to pay. There's no retribution he can do. He can't evict. He can't do anything right now. So he's just going to have to live with it. Not all the properties are going to go below 75%. They're going to go close to that line, but they're not going to go over that line, under that line. So it creates financial harm. Second of all, no new money is coming in for investment purposes. That's a big problem for him. Nobody's investing in his properties or in any other funds. He's got 25 listed, and there's no new money coming in because people are taking their money in. We're in a crisis mode right now. We put our money in liquid or we put it in cash in the bank versus in any kind of investment. And so that's another problem for him. So Grant makes money off of liquid properties. What he does is he gets oversubscribes his funds, and then he closes the funds, shuts it down, pays the people out, takes his 35%, creates a new fund, and moves those properties over. That's how he does it. There's no other way because there's no way to make money. The only person who has become a millionaire under Grant Cardone is Grant Cardone. You don't become a millionaire investing in Grant Cardone. You don't. You're making 46%. You're not going to become a millionaire. It's not going to happen. And all this BS that you can become rich, you're not going to ever be rich investing in making 4.5% to 6% on Grant Cardone's plan. It doesn't happen. Only Grant Cardone makes the money. Okay? That's where the problem is. Grant Cardone makes all the money, and you as the investor, you're not making the money. And plus, your money's not liquid. That's a big problem right now. We're in a crisis right now, and you can't touch your money. So if Grant goes down the hill, so does all your money. You can't do anything about it. In a REIT, you can take your money out. Yeah, you may lose a little bit of money, but at least you're going to get the bulk of your principal out. In Grant Cardone, in a fund, in equity funds, you can't get your money out. In a mutual fund, you can get your money out, but where Grant has set up the fund, you can't get, nothing's liquid. Nothing is liquid. All Grant's loans on these properties are for 10 years when he takes the loan out. Because that's the maximum age of, supposedly, of the fund. They never go 10 years. Okay, he's only been around for a couple years. They don't go 10 years. He flips them all the time. So, no new money coming in. Rents are going to decrease. It's not a good look. It's not a good look, folks. I can't tell you what's going to happen because I don't know. I don't know if he's going to go belly up or they're going to foreclose on some of the properties because he's not going to have the money. See, Grant Cardone is not like these other small businesses like Jay Smith down the street that may own a couple of strip malls or whatever. That's a business. Has family investors. That's it. But Grant has hundreds of investors. So he doesn't follow the same rules that a regular small business has getting loans from the government. Remember, Cardone Capital is not a real estate company. They're a investment management company. That's all they do is they manage the investments. Okay? Grant doesn't own any of these properties. Supposedly the fund owns the properties, but there's $1 billion in debt. $1 billion in debt. Yeah, it's worth 1.5 billion. Yeah, probably. There's no doubt about it. I'm not going to disagree with that. What I'm telling you is that he's $1 billion in debt, and he's going to have problems paying for it in the next couple of months, and he's not going to get any help from the federal government. He's got to realize that the game could be up. He may lose some of these properties. These funds may close. Some of these funds may close, and it creates a domino effect. It's a real problem, and there's no way out of it. It's not his problem. He didn't create the problem. Everything's great until it's not. That's why he always telling everybody you have to over leverage. Get the highest loan you can on every property. That's been his mantra for all this time. When you're going to buy a property, get the highest mortgage. Put the least amount of money you can. On commercial property, you got to put at least 30%, which is 30 to 40 million, depending on the size of the property you're buying, the amount. But the problem Grant has, he purchased all these properties at the high part of the market. Okay, that's the big issue. That's the biggest problem. No one's going to buy his property. He can't get liquid. He can't sell properties off to make money. Not this time in the market. No way. He bought them at the height of the market because there's a limited amount of apartment complexes available, suitable for his need on the East Coast in the U.S. So he has to buy what's ever available. And he pays premium price. And that's fine and when everything's great, but when it's not, you can't get rid of them. No one's going to buy them. And they're expecting the values to drop 20 to 30% or more because of what's going on right now. New York City, biggest real estate market in the country, sales are down 85%. 85%. 68% of all listings have been removed. That's just an indicator of how bad it is going to be throughout the country. Florida was decimated in 2008. People went underwater on their loans, on their property, when the valuation dropped so much, 50% on some properties, people just walked away. We're in the same mode. We're in a recession, and there's no other way around. We're in a recession. It's going to be devastating for real estate syndicators because of the high debt loads and people not paying their rent. It's going to be devastating. What I said for Grant, I can't tell you. I don't know. It doesn't look good. And I don't wish any harm on the guy. I don't wish any harm on anybody. I don't wish anybody get laid off. I had a small business. I'm unemployed. That's why I'm doing this. I'm unemployed right now. But, I'm working every day trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my next deal. How I'm going to do things. Don't give up. But if you look at Grant, he looks like somebody hit him with a hammer. He looks awful. And he's sort of incognito. Instead of being in Miami area where his office is located, he's in Clearwater. Obviously, he doesn't want to deal with all that crap that's going on in the office of laying people off and everybody's freaking out. So he has his wife over there. She did a broadcast yesterday. He wasn't there. He just called in briefly. So he's kind of incognito. And even his posts over the last 2 weeks, it's not a happy camper. He sees what's going on. He's not seeing. But Grant is a smart guy. He sees what's going on. It doesn't look good for him. It doesn't look good for Cardone Capital. And, who knows what's going to lay ahead. This can go on for months. Okay? People are dying. More and more people are dying every day. So this can go on for months more. So let's see what happens. Cardone Capital may be the next thing that goes bankrupt. We don't know. Until next time. See you later.